Yeah, we could. I mean, it's obviously the weather's intervened there, but I mean, the pleasing thing is that we played some excellent cricket leading into it. I think apart from that first session where we weren't at our best, I think we've again come out and shown what we are capable of. So the boys will take a lot of, a lot of pride in what they've done and a lot of confidence moving into the next game. Yes, frustrating we haven't won, but we've played some good cricket.
Two great efforts by the bowlers, I thought, to drag it back from 189 for 1 to 333, and then of course get 96 for 7 today.
Absolutely, I think obviously Ports started well after lunch on the first day, and then obviously in the third session there produced a great spell that knocked a few people over for us, and I think the momentum grew from there. And I mean, it very well backed up with the rest of the bowlers. And I think again today the belief in the dressing room was great. They knew they could come out here, they believed that they could bowl them out, and they almost did.
I think this continues, a run of good championship performances. Probably goes right back to the Oval, Chris. And then obviously the Sussex game and what we've seen since. But one of the characteristics has been big first innings scores, and Essex have done it again.
We have, and it's one thing that we try to talk about a lot, and we have done for many years here at Essex. And it's to get the guys come out. Obviously, Dean with his 150, Critch with 100 as well, and everybody else sort of chipping in. Just shows what we are capable of and the type of cricket we are capable of playing.
Now, on the downside, of course, we're almost back to where we were halfway through the 50-over competition with lots of injuries going. Any updates on Shane Snater? And I think Doug Bracewell was just struggling a bit as well today.
Yeah, Dougie's fine. He'll be okay. Snakes will have to do a little fitness test on Saturday just to see where he is, obviously, for the next game. If he's not right for that one, we'll work very hard to get him right for the last game.
You've increased your lead on Durham. Other sides, still very much involved. You must feel you're playing well enough to be well out of any problems in terms of relegation.
We feel we're playing well enough, but it's not something you can take lightly. I think we've got to make sure that the attitude's there. And the same attitude we saw in this game, we've got to carry through the next two, because, again, it's still very close, and it's not something you can learn. You can't just sit back and expect it. We've got to go out there and earn it.
Thanks a lot.
Obviously, you mentioned Bracewell and Snater there. Is Cook going to be ready for next week, or is that?
No, Cook won't be ready for next week, and we'll just have to wait and see for the last game. I mean, obviously he has got a broken thumb, and we have to take the advice of the medical side of that. So it'll be a wait and see, but he won't be available for next week.
So does this mean someone like Charlie Bennett or what's his name, or Mackenzie Jones will come in? One of the
yeah, one of the two could come in. I mean, Charlie had a fantastic 50-over competition, so we know he's on form. So there's potential for him to come in. But again, it's exciting that one of the youngsters will get a go, and Charlie's put his best foot forward.
Things have obviously taken off since the 50 overs. There's been a momentum within the club that has sort of grown from that after the first three games. Do you feel that within the club? Is that within the dressing room?
We do. It's something we talked about. It's something the boys were talking about. Was obviously when I came back into the dressing room, and it's winning games breeds confidence, doesn't it? Scoring runs breeds confidence, and that's what we've seen in the batting lineup. The bowlers, they've come out and shown what they can do as well. So I think that confidence from a white bowler has come into this. But it's been building for a while. We've just got to make sure we keep going now and keep that confidence with us.
It feels a bit soon to be doing some season reviews, but how much have you enjoyed being back at the club and right in the thick of it?
Yeah, it is a bit soon at the moment. We've got to finish this season off and make sure that we finish as high in this division as we can. But as far as how much have I enjoyed it, I've absolutely loved it, to be honest. Essex is a county that's very close to my heart. It was a county that gave me my first opportunity to coach here in England. So it's something that I'm very passionate about. So to be back here with them and helping them is superb.
Can you take us into some of the discussions late there? Obviously, we only got 9.5 overs and we didn't even get all of it, but there's a real effort from the ground staff to get game on.
Yeah, I think it got mentioned obviously by Paul on the PA there, but Stuart and his team have done an exceptional job there. We do see ourselves as a team here at Essex, and to see those guys working so hard for us to get us back out there, to try and give us an opportunity to win this game was absolutely brilliant. So huge thanks to them, and it's really appreciated.
Have you noticed since you were last here, the changes in the condition of or what the pitches do here? There obviously haven't been many home results this season. Lots of draws and lots of pretty turgid draws to be.
Yeah, Listen, Stewie does a fantastic job on the square, and I would never take anything away from him. He works very, very hard, as does all his team. There's a lot of cricket being played out here now. If you look at the amount of days cricket played on this square, I think Stewie does a great job to manage that and to do his best to produce the wickets that we ask him to do. So I mean, for me, he's a big part of the team, and it's not an easy job what he's got at the moment, and we saw how hard we had to work over the last 2 days.
And sorry, how much is that to do with the hybrid surface and things like that? Because that was a hybrid surface for
Yeah, it was a hybrid today. I mean, we're seeing, they're quite nice for batting on that, but that's what it looks like to me. But equally, I mean, when we got the ball in good areas, it did a little bit as well. So it's, like I say, I mean, there's been some draws here. It's not through lack of effort. I mean, we are trying to win the games, and Stewie's doing his best to provide everything he can for us.
And when you look around the county, I know that Hampshire just got a points deduction, and they sort of admitted afterwards that they were trying to get a result. How hard is the balancing act then between needing points and also, being what you're given with the environment and things like that?
Yeah, listen, there is a balancing act, and you do go around and you do see some things, but everybody's trying to get home advantage, so I'm not going to knock anybody for that. But it's again, you don't want to step over that line, but at times it is a fine line.
Do you feel though that the hybrid pitches are not deteriorating as much coming into the fourth day when in the past Simon Harmer has run through teams as the pitch has broken up?
Yeah, you're potentially right. They're not deteriorating as quickly, but I mean, hybrids are a relatively new thing. So we're learning about them all the time, and I think it's going to be, probably if we ask that question in 4 years' time, we'll better, I know it sounds a long way away, but we'll better give you a better answer on that one because we'll have played more on them and understand how they behave more, and I think there'll be more understanding of how to prepare them as well.
And presumably you would adapt to them as well?
Yeah, that's
team
what
selection and team...
I think that's what you've got to do. I mean, it's team selection, team recruitment, but I think it's going to take time to gain the knowledge of how we behave so we can do that.
We talked about sort of the seamer depth that you might have tested. How nice is it that you've got two already coming in for next year? You've been really tested at times this season.
We have, I spoke about this at one of the members' forums the other night, and it's true, we have been tested. On the upside of that, we've seen youngsters come in, get given a go in Bennett and in Mackenzie, which is great. They get a taste of it and see what it is to play at that level, so they can go away this winter and obviously work hard and make sure that they're improving and come up to the standards. But the great thing is they've been given a go, so they know what it is now, and I've got every faith that they will come back stronger for it. To bring two in as we have, especially a Zum Akhtar that's ready to go, I think that's great because it will allow us to rest and rotate the squad to try and keep them fitter for longer. Snate has done an absolute sterling job for us this year. I mean, the amount of overs he's bowled, he's been a proper warrior and put a shift in for us, so it will allow us to give him some space, as it will the rest of them. So for me, bolstering that, Mitch coming down as well will be a huge bolster for us, and it also gives the younger bowlers that are coming through some space as well to develop. We're not throwing them in too early. We're not asking too much of them too soon. So it gives us that space to work with them as well. So I think it's really important that we strengthen that department.
And you would have perhaps thought you might have played against Mitch. Was there any sort of discussions about trying to get him in for the last few games of this season?
Of who, sorry?
Mitch.
Yeah, I mean, I've been after both him and Zum, if I'm honest. Have been for a while. It'd have been superb to get them early. But you can understand as well, they are contracted to counties, so it's entirely up to them what they do. Zum is obviously playing a big part at Gloucester at the moment while he's down there. And Mitch, he's still in contention up at Durham, so they have to fulfil that contract. If there's an opportunity to get them, then we'll take them.
Just one final thing, just going back to Charlie Bennett and Mackenzie Jones, will you send them out somewhere over the winter will they go to Australia, for example, or somewhere, or will they be staying at home?
No, there's options open. Melbourne is open to them to go train with the Vics again, like some of them did last year. There's a few going out to play club cricket in South Africa. So as long as it's sensible and they're going to go somewhere where they can learn and progress, then I'm open to them going playing. I think it's valuable for them to pick experience up. If they stay at home, equally we'll work hard with them to progress their game.
Are you going anywhere in the winter?
Yeah, so I'll be doing ILT in December, which works out really well because nothing really happens here in December.
And it gets colder.
And it gets cold. Yeah, so I've got 1 year left of a contract with Sharjah Warriors, so I've got to fulfil that. So that will be in December this year.
Excellent.